Hello internet and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about one of the creepiest games I've ever come across from the dark web. Over on the dark web there's definitely plenty of horrible and gruesome things going on, which I won't really get into today as much as I'd love to talk about shocking video number 34. That just isn't what today's video is about. Today we are talking about a game called Schnell Online, a game that was made in the similar style to the more well-known titles Worlds.com and Second Life. It's said after this game was given up on, it was inhabited by Nazis and who would use it as a sort of a communication program. Now, as insane as this sounds, it'll make more sense once you get to the end of today's video. And hey, while I have you here, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're interested in this type of content, because I'll be making a bunch more similar to this one. Now, there's only a few videos of Schnell Online gameplay on the internet. It's definitely a very hard game to come by when it comes to actual gameplay or information about how to play the game. While I was researching about the game, when you look up the title Schnell Online, it comes up with an archive thread on 4chan talking about the topic. It reads, "I was recently on one of those conspiracy iceberg threads and I came across a user mentioning a game based on the dark web called Schnell Online. This game is supposedly used by terrorists and pedos on the dark web. The user provided a screenshot of the game. This image has no other appearances online. The screenshot provides a clear net link, and proceeding to this link will take you to a basic web page with a download link for a game called Carcass. Now, as mentioned in the post, if you would go to the link featured in the image, it would take you to an itch.io page of a user by the name Ulven. On this page, it has a download link to the game Carcass as referred to in this post. Now, I didn't download it mainly because I don't particularly want any malware, but I did watch the start of a playthrough of the game. So if you'd like to watch the full playthrough, I'll leave it in the description. But before you watch, I'll give a content warning because it does contain some pretty dark stuff, so you've been warned. Don't blame me. When you watch the start of this game, you can tell it's a completely different game to Schnell Online. It's basically a visual novel mainly consisting of conversations between two characters named X and O. The art style is very abstract and all in black and white, and while not much is known about these characters, in the game you can tell they seem to be in a relationship together. I honestly didn't get too far into the playthrough because this video isn't really about Carcass, but from what we can tell, this is most likely one of the first games Ulven has created. Now, because I was unsuccessful finding any trace of Schnell on the itch.io page, I thought I'd try to look for some actual gameplay of Schnell Online, and this is what I found. Now this is Schnell Online. I may not be able to play it myself, but this is definitely the footage of the gameplay that I was looking for. Considering this game was never actually open to the public, I'm assuming the creator of this game is the one recording this footage, as in-game their name is Ulven W, but with Ulven spelled with an O rather than a U, different to what we've seen on the itch.io page. In this footage, it seems as though Ulven is talking to another player in Schnell Online. Their conversations basically just make no sense, but they're talking at least. Now, as I was curious as to who Ulven W actually was, I put their name into Google, and what came up was a Twitter account by the name Saint Timmy or Ulven Weplanis. And considering there's not really any other accounts I could find with the name being Ulven W, I'd assume this is the creator of Schnell Online. This Twitter page has a YouTube channel linked to it, and after clicking this link, you'll find that this channel is filled with tons of gameplay of old obscure retro games. So it seems like that's definitely the niche this guy's into, considering they made their own obscure retro game. During my research into Schnell Online, I also found this Reddit post that reads, "Obscurity chart has some unfindable games." In the chart of a game obscurity posted here a while ago, there were a few games I couldn't find at all. I googled, looked around, but nothing, either because they were too obscure or just didn't have good enough keywords. Then below it shows a list of the games the user was looking for, and with most of them crossed out and found, Schnell Online seems to be still unfound and missing, which is not a surprise. But something interesting I found is two other games on the list that had been found by another user leaves links to two of the following games: Twicefeld Ampersands and 14 Questions. And what do you know, when you go to the links, both videos are uploaded by the man himself, Ulven W. Now, even though this doesn't really have anything to do with Schnell, I just thought it was a cool little thing I found. Please don't hurt me, I'm so sorry for bringing it up. But to finish off today's mystery, while I was looking for more gameplay of Schnell Online, I came across a video by the user Lucy Loud Fan. This video features what looks to be like real gameplay of Schnell Online. This was a pretty crazy find because literally anywhere else I looked, I couldn't find a single piece of gameplay other than this and the previous video that we looked at. And while this is cool and all, the desktop of the user who recorded this footage has some questionable files to say the least, along with another pretty questionable wallpaper. Honestly, average Schnell Online player. And as I was saying at the start of the video, it seems like this game is filled with people who are probably not right in the head, considering the amount of swastikas in the game and this person's video as a whole. I'm not sure if this is actually another person though, considering on Saint's Twitter profile, in the description it says Brony, and the wallpaper in the video is, you know, My Little Pony, but honestly it could just be a coincidence, so I won't jump to any conclusions. As much as I looked and looked, it seems like there's no possible way to get a hold of this alpha build of Schnell Online, and there's no way to tell if this was just an art project by Saint that was never continued fully, but as cool as the abstract art style looks, for now it's just gonna have to remain a mystery. Art project or not, this was a pretty fun video to make, so if you'd like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to keep updated.